Hello everyone and welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. You know that this month has been all about exploration of favorites. No new, all old faithfuls. So I wanted to create a makeup look that I actually wore, I think it was at the end of December, and quite a few of you sounded off wanting to know what I was wearing. So I thought, what a better way to create a video where I am showing you all of the products that I've been talking about, my current makeup favorites or my favorites of 2024, and the new launches that were my favorite as well. And then I am throwing in some classics as well, the Lily Lolo Laid Bare Palette. I've been using this a lot again lately. It's funny how that's all cyclical, but I also wanted to do this because it is a little bit more of a purple sort of look, very fresh, girlish kind of cheeks, and I thought that this would make an amazing date night, Valentine's Day makeup look as well. So two birds, one stone. This is my current sort of everyday situation. You guys know I switch it up a lot, but this sort of thing is my everyday, and these are the products I was wearing all throughout 2024. So I'm gonna quit yapping. Let's see exactly how I did this. Let's see all of these amazing products in action. And if that sounds good to you, then please keep watching. All right, we're starting with SPF. I'm showing you guys all of the steps, and this was one of my favorite new releases of the last year. This SPF is from Agent Nature. It's incredibly lightweight. It blends into my skin very well, but it is a zinc oxide formula. So if you have a deeper complexion, I'd probably try before you buy, but it works great on me. And then we're going in with primer. I love this primer, especially before makeup, because it's so incredibly hydrating. That light hydration is always what makes your makeup sit the most beautifully. This is the Radiance Locking Primer from RMS. And then we are just following that up with the Re-Evolve Foundation from RMS. Old favorite, but this is really an old faithful for me. I always go back to this one. I'm not wearing foundation most days, but when I am, this is often it. I also love this shade for me. This is the shade 22, and I go in, warm it up with my hands, apply it in the center of my face, the areas that I get red, and then I'm just using beauty sponge of choice. Usually I use Air Perez. Usually I use Jenny Patinkin. This one here is Air Perez. Works wonderfully. RMS has a sponge as well if that is your preference, but I am bouncing this all over the skin until it looks sunken in, natural, and just like my skin, which is what I love and what this foundation provides. I am a corrector girl. This is a personal step. You can see I have quite a bit of discoloration around the eyes. However, the older I get, the more I need to change up my technique. So I am working this product into a flat brush and then applying a very little amount under my eyes. Less is more sometimes when it comes to the creasing, but you can see this instantly neutralizes the area. It's not so orange that I need to fight for my life to kind of cover it, and it makes for a perfect base for the Fit Glow concealer that I'm going in with. I am doing the same exact technique here. I'm applying just a little bit, predominantly right in my inner corner, which is where I'm the darkest, and on the outer corner of my eye. I do also use concealer around my nose. I use it a little bit on my chin, and then I also do it for any spots on the face that I need to cover. I have 2 sunspots on my cheek, and that is what I am covering up right now, and just a little bit in between the eyebrows for good measure. Then blending that in with the same exact sponge. Then we're gonna go with powder. I wanted to show you guys the tiny little amount I use, and this is paired with the Jenny Patinkin Velour Puff. These are my absolute favorites. I am just pressing this wherever I put concealer and predominantly under my eyes. I wanted to get up close and personal, show you guys the skin. It is like medium coverage. It's sitting really beautifully. It's my go-to. Then for bronzer, we're going in with the Bdellium Tools. I believe this is the 934 brush and the RMS Redimension Bronzer. All time favorite. I'm using the shade Bikini Beach. This is a big fluffy brush. I'm not really sculpting here. I'm just applying it on the perimeter of my face and then taking it down the neck just so it all matches up evenly. For highlight, I went back in with an Old Faithful. This is the RMS Master Radiance Base. This looks great mixed into foundation for a more radiant glow, but I also love using it on its own as a highlight. It's the most beautiful golden champagne that doesn't pull too strong golds, that it doesn't sit well on my lighter complexion. So I think that this would work for all skin types, and it just sits beautifully on top of that foundation. And then I'm taking the Manasi All Over color. This is in the shade Setsune. I take a little bit out on my nail, I warm it up on the back of my hand, and you will see applying this is a process to get the look I want because it's incredibly bright, but we are going to apply just a little bit, and we are going to take our time blending this out, going back and forth between my fingers. This sponge has a little bit of the residual foundation and concealer, so it's really gonna help soften those edges, and then you could build it up as needed. So once the cheeks are done, you can see how natural that looks. I love to go in with my Plume Nourish and Define brow pencil. I've been skipping this step, but since I mentioned it as one of my most used makeup products for 2024, which it most definitely is, especially when my eyebrows are not the most manicured, I really like to go in and add some shape. So I'm using this pencil in the shade Cinnamon Cashmere, small hair-like strokes. I don't do overfilling. I actually keep it quite natural, and it's because I have very dark eyebrows, and sometimes if I overfill them, it can just look a little crazy. But you can see we're just getting a nice natural look here, brushing them both before and after for the most diffused look before we jump into our eyeshadow. And our eyeshadow, we are starting off with a base of the bronzer. This is just my go-to move. This is always going to create a level of just cohesion throughout the makeup look as well, and your bronzer is often the perfect sort of crease shade. Then this is how I get a little bit more of a dramatic, more saturated look. I'm taking just a little bit of this concealer, and it is important that it is a thin amount, again, so it doesn't crease. And I am almost doing a cut crease. It's very, very light. I'm not doing a strong cut crease, but this concealer is going to act as a base for anything I put on top of it, and it's also going to make it a little bit punchier. So that's why we're going in with that. But first I'm just diffusing that line. Then I'm going in with my first shade in the Lily Lolo palette. I forget the names of the shades. I think this one's Au Naturel, and it's a little bit pinky. It's almost a little bit taupe, but it's definitely a lighter color. So it's going to give me some dimension here on the eyes, bringing that part forward. It gets a little bit of a Valentine's look, so we're playing with subtle purples, pinks. Then I'm taking this more purpley tone, which I believe is the shade Birthday Suit, and I am going in and I am just defining that outer crease area. So I am just blending this in, no big deal, and then a little bit underneath my lash line, sort of connecting it to that outer edge as well. Then I'm going in with eyeliner. This is the Fit Glow liner in the shade Mulberry. These are such great pencils. You can see they're so creamy. I love the definition you get from a pencil that is not as harsh as a liquid liner. It makes it a little bit more approachable. There's a lot more room to play if you are messing it up, but you can see I'm using the outer corner of my eye as my guide, which I highly, highly recommend. So it doesn't need to be super perfect because we are going to go with a little mixture of powders here. I'm using the shade Shy Away and Birthday Suit, I believe. And then I am going in, which is like a brownish purple combo, and I'm sharpening that up. I am setting it with the powder. Again, I'm doing all of these steps because I really want this stuff to stay. So you can see how soft but defining that is. And then I'm finishing off that inner corner with the Inica Baked Illuminizer. This has a nice, almost pinky toned radiance to it as well. You can see on my brow bone, it's that perfect pop. I love a brow bone highlight. You could keep this matte, but I really think it helps open up the eyes. And then I'm taking a smidge of powder and I am just touching up my smile lines in the center of my face. This is an area where many of us get a little bit greasy, so I always like to put a little extra powder there. Then we're curling the lashes. This is my year of curling lashes. End of 2024 was as well. So I am just taking my Plume Lash Curler. You can see that I'm kind of pulsing it. This I find gets you the best curl as well. And again, super easy. Love this extra step. And I'm speeding this up. I'm going in with the Rituel de Fille Levitation Lash. This is my mascara of choice. This is a pretty fresh bottle, so it is looking particularly gorgeous. And you can see I'm applying this, taking my time, separating the lashes. I love it. Before going on to my lips, and we are starting off with liner today. This is the Manasi liner in Yukon. Yukon's a little bit more pink than what we're going to put on top, but I love these pencils. I'm going to do a dedicated review because there's some new shades. And then I am topping this off with Fit Glow Buff Pearl. This is a little bit more peach toned than the more pink tone liner, but this is the beauty of liners, you guys. Once you put something on top, it marries so beautifully together. All right, everyone, that is it. This is my everyday makeup. I also think that this would be an amazing date night look or a Valentine's Day situation, as I've already stated. But it's just wearable, but a little bit amped up, still neutral, really fresh skin, always what I am after. And I also wanted to show you all of these products that are my most used and my favorite new launches in action, all in one place. So I really hope that you guys liked it. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. We do upload new videos here every single week and I don't want you guys to miss them. Please do make sure that you are checking out the description box. There are links to every single product that I used here today down below, as well as direct links to all of our social media handles. We are absolutely everywhere, so please do check us out. Link to our newsletter will also be down below, but most importantly, I want you guys to leave me a comment. Let me know if you love any of these products, if you're gonna try this makeup look out, if it's maybe a little too done for you. Either way, I don't care, I just wanna hear you sound off down below, or maybe another makeup look that you would like me to do for you. Definitely just let me know. But thank you guys for the compliments on this look when I wore it in my last one, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.